We are made for happiness, for joy. Is that wrong? Let's talk about it when we recap yesterday's sermon and bring it into application for everyday use. Well, Psalm 63 is a needy psalm, and Irene preached about that need for God. She preached about the need for God to be satisfied. She preached the need for God to be safe. She preached the need for God to have somebody who fights for you and somebody who just, changes and saves this world. These are our human needs. I just want to pick the first one about joy and happiness. Psalm 63 does not appear to be a happy song. It's a needy song. Look at this. Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. What do you need when you're in a dry and weary land? You need water, fresh water. There's only one thing that can actually save you. In fact, if you don't drink for a couple of days, you die. And you cannot, substitute it with something else. Water, there is no substitute in the end for our need for water. It's like if you tell somebody, don't breathe oxygen, change yourself into a different gas. It's not working, right? So that's what David is saying here. He wrote this in a dry and weary place in the wilderness of Judea. So he knows one or two things about being in a dry place. And if you're in a dry place spiritually, the one thing that you should not do is fill yourself with something else. Doom scrolling, trying to get happy with food or with drinks or with anything else, right? Because it's just going to make you more miserable. The way to get happy is by expressing your need to God, meeting God exactly where you are with what you have and what you don't have. Just approach God as the one who has to fulfill you. Now, let's go back to the point of happiness. I think we're made for happiness, being happy in God or joy in God. We are made for that. And the more we get satisfied in God, the more God is actually, it gets glory in our lives. The more we find Him and live through Him and experience Him, the more God will also have a range of things that He can do in our lives. And the more people see Him, it's this circular process of glorifying God and being fulfilled in Him. So we need God for many, many things. First of all, He has to fulfill our basic needs we, you know, there's this saying, humans have a God-shaped hole in their heart. Some of them haven't yet found their way to Jesus, haven't found their way to God, but we do. We do have that. And if you are one of those people who actually know God, I would encourage you right now, with the needs you have, go to God. We've been singing this song in church, Lord, I need you. Every hour I need you. This is reality. We really do. We really do need God for our guidance, for protection, for that He would fight for us. But most of all, we need Him to quench the thirst in our soul. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful week.